नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिते नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामि नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पश्चात्देशतारिणे गौरवाणी प्रचार निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पश्चात्देशता जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री प्रभु नित्यानंद श्रीवासदि गौर जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Gauranga, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Bola bola Hare Rama Hare Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Oh Jai Jagannath Oh Jai Jagannath Swami Jai Jagannath Oh Jai Jagannath Swami Jai Jagannath Oh Jai Jagannath Swami Jai Jagannath Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Oh Kishore Kishori Jaya Kishore Kishore Jaya Kishore Kishore Jaya Kishore Kishore Jaya Kishore Kishori Jaya Kishore Kishore Jaya Kishore Kishori Jaya Kishore Kishore Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hare 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 Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसा परिवाजक आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतः श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांता स्वामी शीला प्रभुपाद की जय. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसा परिवाजक आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतः श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी महाराज शीला प्रभुपाद की जय. नामाचार्य शीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपा गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय. वृंदावन धाम की जय. नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय. पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय. गंगा माई की जय. जमुना माई की जय. भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय. श्री श्री किशोर किशोरी की जय. जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय. श्री श्री गौर निताई की जय. निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to assemble devotees. All glories to assemble devotees. All glories to assemble devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Guru and Gauranga.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. La 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 ine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatankanakale Ito Nashimo Parato Nashimo Yato yato yamitato nashimo Air nashimo hirae nashimo Narsimha Madim Sharanam Prapade Savakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shriyam Kalika Hiranyakashipu Anubriyam Keshavadrita Nahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai. Gaur Pimanandi.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So thank you all very much for coming this evening for our weekly Sunday Feast program. On behalf of Sri Sri Kishori Kishori and Srila Prabhupada, welcome. So just a quick but important note. Next Sunday, that's Sunday, May 26th, there will not be a formal Sunday Feast program due to many of the supporting team for the Sunday Feast not being in town and available to support the service. So we are canceling next Sunday's Feast program. So just a note about that, there will be an email sent as well. No Sunday Feast next Sunday. The following Sunday, June 2nd, there is a special event in Naperville featuring a very famous kirtan singer Gauravani Prabhu in Naperville. Tickets are available. He does not come to the Chicago area often, so it's a fantastic and rare opportunity to hear him live. Many of us have heard his recordings, but that is Sunday, June 2nd. Tickets are available. For more information, please see the guest services table in the lobby. Also, Saturday, June 8th, will be the Children's Monthly Sankirtan Festival. If you're not familiar with monthly Sankirtan festivals, a bunch of the congregation gets together and chants in the streets of Chicago, distributes Srila Prabhupada's books, has a wonderful time. And one of the other things that they're adding for this June monthly Sankirtan festival is there is a picnic and games on the beach following the MSF events. So it'll be a great opportunity for the whole family to actively get involved in Srila Prabhupada's mission. For more information, there is a book table in the lobby that will also be included in future email communications. Finally, today's Sunday feast speaker is His Grace Acharya Nishta Prabhu, who is one of the longtime resident brahmacharis or monks in this temple, although for the past few years he has been traveling across the entire country distributing Srila Prabhupada's books and sharing this wonder of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra with others. And he will be speaking on Keys by Sri Prahlad. So before we move on to that part, we will be preluding the talk with a short skit put together by some of the devotees in honor of this month's hero, Prahlad Maharaj, whom we've had the chance to hear about over the last several weeks. The title of this skit is called Father and Son. And just a request then, if everyone could please move forward, but keep this middle aisle clear. Keep the middle aisle clear. So move this way. Please come forward. Wow. Please come forward. Please come forward. Please come forward. But keep the middle aisle clear. But maybe back a little.
Calling me, please come forward, I'm coming. All the way there, please.
So we move it.
Oh, we don't need this one? Okay, here.
So I don't put hold on. So just
Hare Krishna.
Ah, Prahlad! My dear Prahlad. Please come sit on my lap. So, Prahlad, you have learnt many wonderful things from these fine teachers. Tell me, what is the best knowledge you have learnt?
Father, one who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through the 9 processes of devotional service should be understood to be the most learned person because he has received complete knowledge.
What did you say?
That is the best knowledge.
Shanda! Amalka! What are you even teaching this boy? What is this nonsense he spews?
We don't know where he learned these things.
Oh yes, we wouldn't teach him these horrific things.
You've known us for years, and you've entrusted us to mold the future generation of demons. We would never do such a thing, especially to your own son.
He must be getting it from somewhere. Prahlad, you rascal! Who has been teaching you these things?
Persons too addicted to material life due to uncontrolled senses merely chew the chewed. Such persons don't reawaken their natural loving feelings for Krishna, and they only follow those with similar inclinations. Thus we have a society of the blind leading only to misery. That's why it's so important to engage in devotional service, to escape this trap by becoming attached to Krishna.
Servants! Kill this serpent in the guise of my son! Do whatever it takes!
My lord, we are not successful. He doesn't have a single scratch on him.
You incompetent fool! There's so many ways to kill someone! I have unlimited power, strength, and wealth. The demigods tremble when I so much as raise an eyebrow. I can surely achieve my ends. Now take him away and make sure you don't come back until he's sent to Yamaraj as a bull. Kill him.
Hare Krishna. So, thank you very much. Now we will invite Acharya Nishta Prabhu to the front. If everyone could kindly turn in this direction. Hello. And just a request, if whoever is seated on that side, if you would like to come here to make space, people will come as the evening progresses. And especially for the ladies in the audience, please come forward. Want to make sure everybody has a good spot. So please come forward. Please come forward. Please come forward. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijanavallabha Girivardhanari Jai Gopijan Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tiravadari Jamuna Tiravadari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Thank you all for coming today. It's kind of a panorama here. I'll try my best to look at everyone. And tonight we're continuing discussion of the glories of Prahlad Maharaj. So I ask all of the blessings of all the wonderful devotees here to pray and you bless that you can hear something about the great devotees of the Lord. We'll be hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam, some of the prayers that Prahlad Maharaj, that issue forth from Prahlad's streams of prayers. And this is beginning in the 7th canto, 9th chapter. We'll look at a few different texts here that Prahlad speaks. We'll start with text number 8. Om Jnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vansha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Pitanan Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Well, it's always a quiet response to that one, but hopefully by the end maybe we'll get some contributions. So I'll read one verse here that Prahlad Maharaj speaks. We saw this beautiful drama, and our hero this week is Prahlad Maharaj because he is always wrapped in remembrance. We heard on Nrsimha Chaturdasi, Balaram Prabhu was describing, this is the real stage of Krishna consciousness where the mind is spontaneously attracted to the Lord. It can't be forgotten. In our stage, we're exercising so much force to try to remember Krishna. At that stage, the devotees sometimes try to forget Krishna. They have to make endeavor to focus on their duties and what their prescribed positions in life. So Prahlad Maharaj is the emblem of Smaranam. Right? He's always remembering the Supreme Lord. And we just saw a beautiful pastime which illustrates how the Lord protects the devotee who can adopt that mentality. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. And this is really what I think we're all seeking, is that experience. We want to feel Krishna's presence. We don't want to have a hollow experience in bhakti. We're always seeking to actually establish that deeper connection. And Prahlad is an example of, in any circumstance, he was able to do that. Therefore, because his mind was fixed on the form of the Lord was his swift deliverer, protector in every circumstance. This is a beautiful verse that actually is quite it's relevant for some of us. Myself, it's nice because I can offer this prayer also in regards to trying to speak before all of you. But I'll read this prayer that Prahlad Maharaj begins after Lord Nrsimhadev has bifurcated Hiranyakashipu, and he's in a very angry mood. And the demigods are afraid to pacify the Lord. Brahma and Shiva, they don't even want to go near him. You know, when someone's angry, maybe we've seen our father angry. It was a little bit of a scary sight. Perhaps we were hiding somewhere. And we can imagine the supreme sum total of anger that was exhibited by Lord Nrsimhadev. It's spiritual anger. No one was willing to approach even Lakshmi. She was asked, she could not pacify. So Brahma, Prahlad, he's your father after all. He came for you. See what you can do. So Prahlad Maharaj goes before the Lord very humbly. He says, "How is it possible for me, who have been born in a family of asuras, to offer suitable prayers to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Even until now, all the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, and all the saintly persons could not satisfy the Lord by streams of excellent words, although such persons are very qualified, being in the mode of goodness. Then what is to be said of me? I am not at all qualified." So the very first key here, we were describing some keys in Prahlad's Siksha. So the very first key in bhakti is actually this humility. Whatever humility we have, the Lord will be reciprocating His devotional flow accordingly. And as we've always heard, the mercy flows downward. So the very first step, unless we're doing our activities of bhakti in a very humble state of mind, we're actually feeling ourselves very unqualified and fallen, then it doesn't matter how much we chant, how much we serve, how much we hear, how much we read, it's not going to really enter the heart. Prahlad is showing that the first step actually to come to terms with what is our position in this material world. Are we great personalities? Are we great demigods? Even the demigods aren't able to satisfy Krishna with prayers. And what to speak of us going before the Lord? So this kind of sets the stage for reciprocation with the Lord, without which it's an egoistic approach. Yes, I will serve, I will satisfy the Lord. We have to come down, and that is exemplified here by Prahlad Maharaj. Another very important point that he brings out a few texts later is coming to a proper conception of this material world. What is the nature of this place? There's Sambandhagyan, which indicates our understanding of the nature of this world. Until we have developed the proper Sambandhagyan, then our bhakti will be in neutral. And that means we're still seeing this world as a place of enjoyment. We're still seeing that, hey, it's a wonderful place. The sun is out, the birds are chirping. The enjoying spirit, the controlling mentality. According to the great sages, this is in the mode of ignorance. This is illusion. This is a misconception. And as long as that is still deeply rooted, then Queen Kuni says, we can't approach the Lord feelingly. We're still wrapped up in our mental dreams of finding happiness in the material world. And therefore, we're not able to go into the depth of our heart. So Prahlad Maharaj says here, O most powerful, insurmountable Lord, who are kind to the fallen souls, I have been put into the association of demons as a result of my activities. Therefore, I am very much afraid of my condition of life within this material world. When will that moment come when you will call me to the shelter of your lotus feet, which are the ultimate goal for liberation from conditional life? Prabhupada mentions very nicely in the purport here, being in the material world is certainly miserable, but certainly when one is put into the association of asuras or atheistic men, it is intolerably so. So, for jivas, the spirit soul, we are constitutionally pure servants of Krishna. We have the same quality, the same divine nature. So if we're not regretting our current position, then we're missing something along the way. To understand by hearing about the kingdom of God, when we compare that to what we see in today's world, it's a very regrettable situation. It's very lamentable. But we have to understand that difference. Otherwise, we're still in the conception that this is a nice place, people are good. But it's all relative, actually. If our standard is Peace Day, 2019, World Peace Day. This is a great day. If this is our standard of happiness, then we'll think we're okay, but we have to hear about the real Vaikuntha, the actual realm where the souls are perpetually wrapped in absorption and eternal love and service with God. That is our real position. From that point of view, we can actually understand what this place is. This is the reflection. This is a penitentiary. We're all locked up in this material body. And so we need to take advantage of these keys that Krishna and the great devotees are revealing to us. The next text, Sri Prahlad Maharaj says, O Great One, O Supreme Lord, because of combination with pleasing and displeasing circumstances, and because of separation from them, one is placed in a most regrettable position, within heavenly or hellish planets, as if burning in a fire of lamentation. Although there are many remedies by which to get out of miserable life, any such remedies in the material world are more miserable than the miseries themselves. Therefore, I kindly think that the only remedy is to engage in your service. Kindly instruct me in such service. So this is what we're all seeking, and the classes, coming to temples, associating with devotees help to remind us. We need a very constant reminder that the only remedy, until the conception that I'm not going to find happiness in this material world, is deeply realized, we're rowing the boat with the anchor in. So on the one hand, this may sound like a little pessimistic view. This sounds a little strong, a little heavy. But when we compare it with what Krishna wants to give us, we would immediately give it up. There would be no question. If we got a glimpse of what is at stake, what is the result, what is the stage of reality, then these little attachments that we're so bound up by, we would easily be able to let go. Therefore, we have to intensify our practice and our sadhana so we can get that taste. From that taste, it becomes very easy to give up the lower taste. We are by nature needing taste. Anandamaya Ubhasa. We need to relish something. That's the constant factor we see in all living entities. And if we don't give ourselves exposure to the real, Krishna's name is Akila Rasamrita Sindhu, the form of all rasa, then we'll be filling that with so many other temporary things. The nice statement I want to read from Prabhupada's purport is that the entire world is under the illusion that people will be happy by advancing materialistic measures to counteract the miseries of conditional life, but this attempt will never be successful. So this is not a pessimistic, this is the highest optimism actually. It's a reorienting our conception of life. And that's required for each and every one of us as devotees. We are to represent devotional Shastra, or the Siddhanta, which means that we have to be carrying that concept of life. When we go into this world, when we act in this world, we have to be contemplative of this reality. Only if we have realized it, then we can share it with others. Until then, we are taking a step in the right direction. But the best preaching is someone who's fully realized what the Guru wants to give. Then his every action is inspiring others. There's a few texts here. I hope you'll bear with me. I hope it's not too bitter so far. Is that okay? The medicine. This is the nectar, actually. O Prahlad continues in text 21. O Lord, O Supreme Eternal, by expanding your plenary portion, you have created the subtle bodies of the living entities through the agency of your external energy, which is agitated by time.
Thus the mind entraps the living entity in unlimited varieties of desires to be fulfilled. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains the mind is our best friend or our worst enemy. So the very beginning process in devotional life is understanding I'm not the body and I'm not the mind. The mind is what's rooting us here. The mind is coming up, it's concocting all these desires based on an illusion of who I am. The mind doesn't stop. It always has some new plan. Now, if you're training an animal, the strict trainer, he knows exactly how to keep the dog in line, in the right place, sit, roll over, jump. He's in a safe position. But if the trainer is just spaced out, the dog can very easily attack or take over, dominate the situation. So the strict spiritualist, he's keeping careful guard on what? His mind, or her mind. We're not that mind. If we don't control that mind will drag us life after life into this deeper into material existence. So this is a very basic point, but understanding and observing our mind as either a friend or an enemy, disassociating with our mind, this is such an essential aspect of devotional life. And the more we engage in the process, we recognize more and more how our mind is a different entity with its own history, its own baggage. If you want to get to know someone and you're trying to develop a relationship, but it seems like this person has just so many issues and not able to really have a very familiar relationship, you say they have a lot of baggage. The mind is carrying the baggage since time immemorial. So many unfulfilled desires, hopes, and illusions. So as we continue this process, we have to recognize that, and ultimately we have to transcend the mind. We have to neglect the mind, and we have to preach to our mind. We have to instruct the mind. Our acharyas like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he explains that one should beat the mind in the morning 100 times with shoes. In the evening time, 100 times with the broom. This is the type of mentality that was required to control that mind. Most of the time, I venture to say, we're just letting our mind, hey, you take the reins. I'm going to follow you for a little while. Like on cruise control, you're driving. I'm just going to kick back, see where we go. This is a bad plan. This is a plan for disaster. So, controlling that mind through devotional service, such an essential point. And this will be a kind of recurring theme. Let's see, what time do we have until? What? 6:20, okay. So, Prahlad Maharaj continues. In this mature world, every living entity desires some future happiness, which is exactly like a mirage in the desert. Where is water in the desert? Or in other words, where is happiness in this material world? So, if we're not controlling that mind, we're not becoming a yogi. That's what a yogi means. The yogi is one who's controlling the mind and senses. Then we give our mind those reins, and what will it do? Fantastic scenarios, how in the future we'll be happy. The mind is saying, come on, follow me. I've got the best plan. This is how we can really get that happiness. It's not going to happen right now. It's coming. Just follow me. Surrender unto me. This is what the mind is. But Prahlad Maharaj says, actually, this is just like a mirage. One has to chastise the mind. There's no happiness here. I've heard from reliable sources the happiness is there in Goloka Vrindavan. Why are you trying to drag me here? Why are you trying to continually bind me up here? I know where there's real happiness. You follow me, okay? I'm going to lead the ship here. Like this type of instruction has to be dictated to the mind. And that is a very purificatory process that actually frees us from the misconception of identifying with the mind. Now, the answer, the antidote, in a deeper degree is also mentioned here by Prahlad Maharaj. And it's something we've been emphasizing, but it's nicely explained here. Therefore, although I was born in a demoniac family, I may without a doubt offer prayers to the Lord with full endeavor as far as my intelligence allows. Anyone who's been forced by ignorance to enter the material world may be purified of material life if he offers prayers to the Lord and hears the Lord's glories. So this is what Prahlad Maharaj is doing. He's purifying his whole existence by offering loving, heartfelt prayers to the Lord. And it's mentioned here also hearing the Lord's glories. So for us, it's very important that we get to hear about Krishna. Most of our classes are about the importance of hearing about Krishna. That's great, that's wonderful. But that's also a problem, because we may not directly be hearing about Krishna. We're encouraging we should hear about Krishna. We have to hear. But we need that chance to hear. We also have to directly. So that is up to each one of us to make that happen. And the classes can also be an opportunity for that. So in my own reading, I was reading a beautiful pastime in the 10th canto, which are Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. I thought we could take a few minutes because we've emphasized the negative aspects of this material world. It's also important that we hear again about that reality. So this is a beautiful pastime of Lord Balaram slaying the demon Pralambasura with an exquisite description of Krishna's pastimes. Shukadeva Goswami said, surrounded by his blissful companions who constantly chanted his glories, Sri Krishna then entered the village of Braj, which was decorated with herds of cows. But this is painting a picture. This is the remedy, actually. So it has all of those ingredients that we need. While Krishna and Balaram were thus enjoying life in Vrindavan in the guise of ordinary cowherd boys, the summer season gradually appeared. This season is not very pleasing to embodied souls. Nevertheless, because the Supreme Personality of Godhead was personally staying in Vrindavan along with Balaram, summer manifested the qualities of spring. Such are the features of the land of Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, the loud sound of waterfalls covered the cricket's noise, and clusters of trees constantly moistened by spray from those waterfalls beautified the entire area. The wind wafting over the waves of the lakes and flowing rivers carried away the pollen. If the feedback rises, we might need a sound man. And colored the entire Vrindavan area. Thus the residents there did not suffer from the heat generated by the blazing summer sun and seasonal forest fires. Indeed, Vrindavan was abundant with fresh green grass. Thanks, Hiranyakashipu. With their flowing waves, the deep rivers drenched their banks, making them damp and muddy. Thus the rays of the sun, which were as fierce as poison, could not evaporate the earth's sap or parch its green grass. Intending to engage in pastimes, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, accompanied by Lord Balaram and surrounded by the cowherd boys and the cows, entered the forest of Vrindavan as he played the flute. Have you all been in a beautiful forest before? With the mist, the flowers, that is a sample, just a glimmer of the original transcendental divine forest. We say the forest of love. Decorating themselves with newly grown leaves, along with peacock feathers, garlands, clusters of flower buds, and colored minerals, Balaram, Krishna, and their cowherd friends danced, wrestled, and sang. As Krishna danced, some of the boys accompanied him by singing, others by playing flutes, hand cymbals, and buffalo horns, and still others praised his dancing. And you can just imagine Krishna's there, and he's saying, hey, where are you? Where's my so-and-so? You might be inquiring about us. Where's the rest of the crew? What are they doing? O king, demigods disguise themselves as members of the cowherd community. And just as dramatic dancers praised another dancer, worshipped Krishna and Balaram, who were also appearing as coward boys. Krishna and Balaram played with their coward boyfriends by whirling about, leaping, hurling, slapping, and fighting. Sometimes Krishna and Balaram would pull the hair on the boys' heads. So when we understand this is God, it is the highest aspiration of the soul, to have that intimate, loving exchange with God. And that's what's being revealed. While other boys were dancing, O King, Krishna and Balaram would sometimes accompany them with song and instrumental music. And sometimes the two lords would praise the boys, saying, "Very good, very good." Sometimes the coward boys would play with bilvo or kumbha fruits, and sometimes with handfuls of amalaka fruits. At other times they would play the game of trying to touch one another, or trying to identify somebody while one is blindfolded. And sometimes they would imitate animals and birds. So these sound like ordinary child's games, but they're taking place on the platform of eternity. It's a realm of eternity, and the participants have realized their eternal nature. The Lord is eternal, and that relationship is also eternal. This is what all souls are developing towards in this material world. We are simply undergoing a series of lessons in life to bring us to that possession, willingly or unwillingly, either directly or indirectly. Everyone is serving Krishna. So this process is so powerful. It can awaken that desire to enter into these pastimes, actually. By virtue of that desire, one can achieve love of God. They would sometimes jump around like frogs, sometimes play various jokes, sometimes ride in swings, and sometimes imitate monarchs. Can you see in your mind's eye Krishna playing? In this way, Krishna and Balaram played all sorts of well-known games as they wandered among the rivers, hills, valleys, bushes, trees, and lakes of Vrindavan. The pastime transitions into a very interesting lila of a demon who comes on the scene named Pralambasura, and he's got a different agenda, and Krishna and Balaram have to deal with him in a different way. We don't quite have time for that part of it, but I encourage you take the opportunity to do so. This is a big book. These are big books we have, right? Most people are not reading such strong type of literature. But as sometimes when we distribute books to the students, we say this is not like a textbook, an ordinary book. This book is actually something you want to read. You don't want to put it down. So all of these are available if you don't have already. We're always trying to serve Srila Prabhupada's desire for mass distribution of these books, which are like the fruits of love of Godhead that Prabhupada wants to give. And you can bite and taste the fruits, you can taste that rasa that we're seeking. So we have a few more minutes. There's one last point I'll try to make and then see if we have any questions or comments. And that is just, Prahlad mentions in a, what I consider a slightly disguised way about this age. He says, "In this way, my Lord, you appear in various incarnations as a human being, animal, great saint, demigod, fish, or tortoise, thus maintaining the entire creation in different planetary systems, and killing the demoniac principles. According to the age, O my Lord, you protect the principles of religion. In the age of Kali, however, you do not assert yourself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, you are known as Tri Yuga, the Lord who appears in 3 yugas." Now, for those who are a little versed in the scripture, we know that this is actually subtly indicating Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Kali Yuga avatar. But because he does not assert himself, he comes in disguised way. He's not mentioned here. But for us, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exemplifies the perfection of Krishna consciousness. And what is he doing? He's chanting and dancing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He's simply chanting and dancing. It may seem like spiritual life is a very difficult, you really have to control the mind and all these things we're describing, but he's exemplifying arms raised, chanting and dancing. This is the very easy process how that bhakti, that highest thing, is achieved. And he's giving us the means. If we take it up with this humility, as we mentioned in the beginning, and a proper conception of life with a strong desire to achieve that, remembering the Lord's pastimes, then that chanting will give you everything. That chanting will give one everything. The chanting is everything. And we should take advantage of that, and we should not just consider it, oh, this is when they do the chanting. Okay, it's nice. It sounds good. I like the music. No, that is the highest yoga process. So that's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's example of how to get the real fruit of this whole process. So I'll stop here for now. Maybe if there's one question or comment we can take before we end. And Hare Krishna. Okay. I think that's all. I thank you so much for your kind attendance and attention. You all seem very attentive today. And I hope I've been able to serve you in some way. Please forgive any shortcomings, or sometimes I'm a little upfront, but I think it's for our good. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanand. Please join us for the kirtan in the evening, of course. That'll be the quiz. There's a test. If you've got the message, then we'll see you. Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Charanishta Prabhu. So if anyone is here for the first time, we have a special gift in the guest services table in the lobby. Otherwise, if you're not familiar, the dinner is served through these double doors and up the stairs. But please come back down quickly afterwards. As he was mentioning, there is more of the kirtan or musical meditation from 6:30 until 8 p.m. Hare Krishna. It's okay.
Thank you.
You want to push?
That's fine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namo Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Come on, okay. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Fast. Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Kishore Kishori, Jaya Kishore Kishori, Jaya Kishore Kishori, Jaya Kishore Kishore. Kishore Kishori, Jaya Kishore Kishori, Jaya Kishore Kishori, Jaya Kishore Kishore. Jaya Kishore Kishori, Jaya Kishore Kishori, Jaya Kishore Kishori, Jaya Kishore Kishori. Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, 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 Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. How was it? As usual, in the end you are going to test. Yeah. Oh, you were in the same drama? I was another time. I know. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
I'll hit the outfit.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadayada Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Nitai Govinda, Jai Shri Shri Kishore Kishore ke, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ke, Jagannath Baladev Baladev ke, Nitai